Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Can
you.
you? Thank you.
Yes. Yeah,
Uh,
we can hear you.
Now I have been reminded about Pendu Kaka, who has passed on 7th, I think. You passed off on 7th.
7th
Pendu has a
November
long
1986.
86. 7th
86.
November
7th November
1986. That
1986.
is the day on which he passed.
Pendu Kaka,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. And he joined Baba. I think he was a relation of Meher Baba. He's a maternal aunt's son, and he joined Baba perhaps around during the Jhopri time, Ferguson College Jhopri. That time he had joined Baba, and thereafter throughout his life he has served Meher Baba, and his name Pendu was given because when he stands like this, he will move like this, just like a pendulum. Pendulum of a watch, pendulum of a clock. He will move like this, and that's why Meher Baba had given me a name as Pendulum. His name was something different. Now, to start with, I was wondering whether I should. Today, I have some mixed stories or mixed thoughts. Some are, you may take it to be amusing incidents, and some are a little bit serious incidents. So I think it will be all right for all of you. First of all, we meet at Guru Prasad. It so happened last time I just said that in Guru Prasad, during weekdays, Baba used to have Sahvas, not actually Darshan program, but a Sahvas. And during Sahvas, Baba would allow people to take his darshan, but then that was not the main purpose. And there was no distribution of prasad also. Only some people, after they come, they will just bow to Baba and then take their seats. That used to be usual practice. And when there is a darshan, then they form a queue, controlling the queue, one by one, people going in front of Baba and bowing down, putting there on his feet. That used to be the darshan program. That time Baba would advertise them, give them prasad and all that. But this was a time when it was a weekend, and somebody from Pune, he just passed a little bit, should I say, a unfortunate remark about the gatherings around Baba. What he said is that Baba is more for big people. Big in the sense that some special people, those who have some good position in the society, and all those people, Baba is giving weightage to these people. And somehow somebody said that, and this news went to Baba's ears. Then Baba gave a beautiful explanation on that. What Baba said is, I have my lovers, and there is always a link of love in between me and my lovers. When some of my lovers, they, out of their curiosity, they bring some people to meet me. Now, they will bring some very, renowned people, some very famous people, some professors, some scientists, some actors, and those who have got big names in the society. Such people are brought before me, and then I treat them as I treat my lovers. But then people feel that I'm giving, unpaid weightage to these people. It is not so. The fact is that they come through some of my lovers. My lovers are very intimate to me. And when my lovers say that, Baba, this is so and he has come for your darshan, it is for the sake of my lovers, just to keep up their position. I have to entertain those outsiders. I am not bothered. I am not concerned whether he is a professor or he is a scientist or he is some actor or something. I am not concerned with that. I am concerned with my love for my lovers. And when my lovers bring some people to meet me, then for the sake of my lovers, I entertain those people also. So never misunderstand that I am giving advantage to some people. It is not so. In fact, this is very unfair statement which was made about Baba, because you will find that when Baba was moving to different places in Uttar Pradesh, northern India, he used to sit on the floor in hutments. Actually, on the floor on the hutments, he used to sit and eat whatever is offered to him. So for Baba, everybody was alike. There's no big man and lower man, lowest man. There was no distinction like that. So one should understand these things. Another thing now, coming to some of the playful incidents. Once I had some time back, I had referred to playing marbles with Baba. In 1954, during the Savas program, there was heavy rains and it was all muddy. All the ground was full of mud. And Baba was coming from taking a round. He was going towards the Dhuni, around Dhuni, just by the road of that Dhuni. Baba was going towards the hall. And abruptly, we were running after Baba. Abruptly, Baba stopped and asked for one of the Mandali, I think Kakavaria was there. He asked for a marble and Kakavaria gave him 3-4 marbles. Baba placed one marble. I was just by Baba's side. Baba placed one marble in my hand and asked me to hit it. And I hit on the first bounce and Baba was very happy. Some other boys were asking for it, but Baba said, no, it's all over now. On the memory of this in Guru Prasad, once it so happened that in the afternoon, when everybody was in a joyful mood, Baba was in a joyful mood, and perhaps he remembered those my expertise in hitting marbles. He asked for marbles. Baba's nephews, Sorav and Uttam, they always used to have a pocket full of marbles in their pockets. So they took out marbles and gave to Baba. And Baba gave a bigger one to me. And then he asked somebody to place the marble at a distance. And then he asked me to hit it. I hit it in the first chance only. And on first bounce, I hit it. And there was clapping all around and Baba was very happy. But thereafter, Baba asked that person to place it little farther and asked me to hit it. That also I hit in one bounce. And thereafter, 3 times I hit the marble in the first shot. But when the fourth chance was there, Baba asked him to place very far off, but beyond the range of the strength of my finger. And Baba gave me a challenge. If you are able to hit the marble now, I will give you 3 chances. If you hit the marble, I will give a box full of toffees. It was tin, this much size. A full tin of the tin of toffees I will give you. I said, Baba, I will try. And then I started hitting. The first chance I missed by fraction of inch. Second chance, that also I missed. Third chance, that also I missed. But it was great. It was that stroke was so very going very close to that, but it was not hitting the target. It was very just as if it is going to touch, but then it will slip off like that. And then Baba said, "Now you have lost the bet. I am not going to give you this box of chocolate." But then he distributed that chocolate to everybody who were present there. After years, when I got married, once we were sitting in Guru Prasad, there was an empty tin that was also of chocolates. There was an empty tin, and Baba just put it like this and said, "Who wants it?" So there were so many hands, they wanted the tin. I didn't raise my hand. I was just keeping quiet. But then Baba said, "No, I'll give it to Pratap because he's just married and it will be useful for his married life." That box, the tin, empty tin will be useful for his married life. I still have it. I still have it with me. I have some Baba articles, Baba, touched by Baba, some articles are kept in that box. I am taking due care of that box because my family happiness depends upon that box. Anyway, I was just telling something about Baba's tour to US. As we know that in 1952, when Baba was going to US, he had before going, he had said that America wants my blood, and I will have to shed my blood on the American soil. That those are statements which Baba had made. And when on the airport also Baba said the same thing, that America wants my blood. And this was, of course, afterwards, the elderly people discussed this before us, and that is how we came to know that Baba had said, while boarding the plane, he had said this. Now, thereafter, Baba went there. Thereafter, Baba traveled from Myrtle Beach to San Francisco or somewhere, and then on the way, he met with that accident at Oklahoma. Now, if we study in detail the whole course of events, then definitely we can make out that this was to happen, and this has happened according to their destiny. What happened is that before Baba, just a couple of days before, Baba had gone to contact a mosque in Pune. The name of the mosque was Joshi Bua. He was a very hefty fellow, quite well built. And I was too short then, that time I was in the high school. And if he sits like that, sorry, if he sits on the ground, and I stand by his side, I mean, he will be about the same height as my standing. My standing height and his sitting height will be equal. That was so much healthy person that was. And Baba had contacted this person just before flying for US. Now, as some of our senior people, especially Mr. L.B. Thade, Lakshmikant Thade, I was in the hostel and who was the superintendent of the hostel, he took us, couple of people, others were there. I think we 4 were there, and he took us to this Joshua Mast. This Joshua Mast, there is a vegetable market, very big market. It is called Mandai. Mandai means market. It's meant for vegetables, and that is in the city area. There is another market which is very close to Baba House, that is in the camp area. So these two are big markets for vegetables in Pune. So this man was sitting near the opposite that vegetable market, and he was surrounded by so many rags, a heap of rags, dirty things, tin pieces, then some tins, empty tins, and some kachara or trash. He was collecting, and he would sit right in the middle of that. And just close by, there was a public urinal. At such a place, he used to sit. But then he also used to move here and there. When we went to meet him, he was sitting on some little different, little away from that place. And it was, I think it was late evening when we went to see that person. And when Mr. Thade, when he talked to, hello? When he talked to, when he talked to Joshua, he mentioned about Mer Baba. He used to speak Marathi, then Joshua is Marathi person. So Mr. Thade said to him, Joshua, we have heard that Mer Baba had come to meet you. He just nodded his head. And thereafter, he said, Thade said, Baba is going to America. My God, he shouted so loudly, why he is going to America? He will get his leg broken. What he meant is he will face a leg fracture. Very loudly he said. And further he said that he can do work from here also. Where is the necessity of going to America? And that he said very loudly. But we had no answer. We just came out thereafter and went to our respective places. And then that trip, during that trip of 1952, as we know that 24th of May, Baba met with that very nasty accident. And his left side was actually so much injured. His nose, bridge of the nose was fractured. Then his leg was fractured. And of course, thereafter, there was another accident that was near Satara. The place is Urtare. And at that Urtare also, there were indications given by Baba himself. But then on that day on which this accident took place in the morning, when they were proceeding to Pune from Satara, they were proceeding towards Pune. Just before that, Baba had asked everybody to fast without water for 24 hours. And when they started from Satara, Kelkobad, who was the Parsi priest, one of the Baba Mandali, he told Baba that, Baba, today is a solar eclipse, and to go out is a risky thing. It is not a good omen, not a good time for people to go out. and I would better tell you not to go. But Baba just shut up whatever he said, and Baba said that whatever has to happen will happen. It is all determined. The destiny will take its own course. And we all know that thereafter they all went, and while returning back, they met with an accident. And this time Baba's right hand side was badly damaged. Baba's hip bone was very badly injured. And this injury of Satara accident continued until Baba dropped his body. It was very, very, very troublesome for him. Why I am referring to these two accidents? Both these accidents, they are not the only cause of Baba's suffering. Baba has said that Jesus Christ was crucified once, whereas I am being crucified every day, every moment. This is the truth. In fact, anybody out of if somebody is puzzled by doubts, he will say, what has to do with Baba's physical elements with the sufferings of the world? What connection that can be? There are incidents when these things can be correlated. If you, in detail, if you minutely study Baba's two accidents and Baba's activities just before and after the accidents, you will come to know that every moment, every moment of Baba's life has some connection with the world situations. And actually, if time by time, if you take both these two accidents, you will find very, rather to say, opposite facts. The American accident, it was all the ladies were accompanying Baba, Elizabeth being the driving the car, and all the ladies were there. And in that accident, Mera was very badly hit. She was actually, she had survived with a lot of difficulty, in fact, and she had to carry on that pain till her last. Only money was quite safe. Money came out to be safe because he was sitting on the back seat and she was dozing. So money was quite good, and she could attend the people. This is one thing. Another thing, that one beautiful distinction is that in the American accident, Baba's left side was broken. Baba's arm and then leg and Baba's nose, they were bleeding and they were damaged or they were injured. And in Satara accident, Baba's right hand side, that had got damaged. Baba's hip joint was badly injured and Baba's tongue was cut. So after nose comes the tongue. If you go below, after nose comes the tongue. So in one accident, it was nose which was injured. Another accident, it was tongue which was injured. And one funny thought which came to my mind this time was that in America, Baba was asking Elizabeth Patterson to drive fast. As it was always usual that Baba would like to go very fast. He will force the drive to drive fast, and that is what Baba was doing. And Elizabeth was showing Baba the indicator that what speed the car is running. Whereas opposite to that, contrary to that, in Satara, Baba was asking Eras to go very slow. In spite of going so slow, they met with an accident at Udare. Now, why I am referring to these two accidents? in the year 2006, we had observed the day, and around about 100 people from Pune and Mumbai. There was one bus from Mumbai. There were two buses from Pune, and people around. It was announced, and they all gathered at Satara. We hired a marriage hall for our stay. We had a night program, and the next day we had visited to several places in Satara connected to Meher Baba. And thereafter, in the evening at the accident time, we went to the place of accident. Now the place has so much changed that the spot of accidents has gone right in the middle, and the road has broadened.
We aren't able to hear you.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
we can. Yes.
Right?
I got in between, we got cut. So yeah, now we can hear you. Yes, you can
Acha.
continue. Yeah.
So, in our heart, we said to Baba that, Baba, you have suffered so much for our sake, and you have shed your blood here on this spot. Hereafter, every year, if not all, or some of us will come and pay our respects at this spot. So right from 2006 up to this time, we all go every year and have a little program. The villagers also join with us. And one Dr. Vasudev, who is in Panchgani, he takes us to Panchgani, KAU, then some of the other places we are connected to Meher Baba. And then in the evening, we go to the spot where the accident had taken place. It is going on from 2006 onwards. And every year, this date is actually dedicated for that purpose. All our, even Ganesh also very often comes with us many times, every time perhaps. So next month on 2nd of December, we will be repeating this as every year. In spite of the restrictions of Corona and all that, there won't be a big event, but the event will be there with few of us attending and offering a praise to Baba. This is about that Satara accident and accident in US. I would request the people all that sufferings of avatar is a separate subject. One should very minutely study it. Every word of it, every sentence of it, every para of it, and every I mean this
Episode.
Yes, we should study that, because I tell you from my experience that everything becomes so much clear to us that how Baba's suffering has a connection with the world happenings. The present time is also a similar time. And now Baba is not there in body, but Baba avatar's body is never goes off. Avatar's working is always there. And during Baba's time, during Baba's when Baba is in body, every time, every event, wherever Baba suffered, there were repercussions on the world situation. Every time we'll find this. And when you study very minutely these two accidents, especially the accidents, Baba's in fact, I would say that throughout his life, Avatar's body take all the five Sadgurus bring God down on the earth. They gave him a beautiful form. Why that beautiful form? To attract the people. And when they attract the people, they all put their burden on that Avatar's body. Avatar's body, it looks very delicate, but it's very strong enough to bear all the sufferings of the world. If you really study very minutely all these events one by one, you will forget everything of your sufferings or your elements or bodily elements and all problems. You will forget all that because Baba has suffered so much. Every moment he has suffered so much. Just before Satara accident, you will, if you study Baba's activities, in spite of the fact that Baba's health was never good, Baba's health has a very great connection with the world happening. And in spite of the fact that Baba was, before the accident, Baba has hardly must have stayed in Atara for a couple of days. Otherwise, he kept on traveling from one end to another, and he kept on remaining on fast. He kept on remaining in isolation. It is so much so that whenever Baba has gone in seclusion, it definitely had the repercussion, the world situations. It is 100%, I am convinced about it, because if you really study all these events, I am sure you will weep what the avatar has done for us. Moreover, his love for his lover was so much. Whenever, last time I told that during Baba's Sahas program, Baba is to feel very satisfied if the people go satisfied. People, Baba finds satisfaction on the faces of the people, he will feel very, very happy about it. This always has been like that. After Guru Prasad programs, people will go very happy, and then Baba will come and sit in the Mandali hall and discuss with Eraj, and that happiness could be seen on Baba's face also. In 62 or 62 East-West gathering, or 65, I think, Darshan program in Guru Prasad, Baba's health was so very bad that he was not able to stand also. And as Merwan has many times described, that Baba would, when he comes and sit with the Mandali, he will come with a hanging face like that. And as if he is very sick, even sitting on the chair, he will be sitting, look very weak and very pulled down. But he will attend to every discussion on all that. Once it so happened that, I am just telling you the example of Baba's love for his people. Baba's love for his lovers. Once it so happened that all the people had gathered in the big pandal which was erected there for Baba Darshan. That must have been 1965 perhaps. I'm just there were two big programs. One was in 62 that East was gathering, another was 65. So when all the people seated in the pandal and Baba has just to come out of the door and sit on the stage. Baba was sitting on a chair. He tried to get up. But then his legs were shaking so much that he was not able to keep his balance, and again he sat down on the chair. And Erech and Dr. Bharucha was with Baba. They are telling Baba, your health is so very bad, and our people, all the people who have come for darshan, they won't feel if you do not go for just before them. If you avoid to go there, they won't feel it because your health is so bad that you are not able to stand even. The Baba said, no, I have to go. All the people are waiting for me. Second time he tried to get up. Second time also the same thing happened. His legs were so much trembling that he was not able to keep the balance and again sat down on the skin. This happened for 3 times. And thereafter, on the 4th time, at last, he stood up. He put his hands on the shoulders of Erech and Dr. Bharucha and came out of the room and went and took his seat on the stage. And believe me, we sit at one place for some time, then we feel uneasy and we go for the here and there just for a relaxation, just for a change. We go here and there and then again come and sit there. This is our habit. Even in the center, if we attend the center, even the center, we are never steady at one place. After some time, we'll say, get up, go out. But for some reason, you will go out, then again come inside. Again, after some time, we move from there to some other place. This goes on like that. But Baba, believe me, Baba used to sit at a time 8 hours without leaving the place. Can we imagine what amount of suffering was taken upon himself for the sake of his lovers? It is really beyond our imagination. He had given everything. Once somebody said to Dr. Gavar that Baba is actually, that person was telling about himself, that Baba is actually crushing me. And Gavar gave a very beautiful reply. Gavar said, he has not spared himself also. And it is so much true that Baba has not spared himself. He, along with him, he has shared that suffering with his Mandali also. That Mandali also, some of the Mandalis have suffered so much. And about these 2 accidents, Baba has all the time been saying about especially about the Satar accident, that I will be losing 2 of my very dear ones in the near future, near a month or 2. So this is all Baba suffering for our sake. I would like to take a review of some of the saintly persons who had come in Baba's contact during the time mostly in Guru Prasad. As we know that last time I talked about Sadhu Vaswani. He was really very generous person, very, very nice person. Baba used to like him very much. And he has a great respect for Baba. There were other people who were settled persons. We must have seen in films a person sitting right in front of Baba when Baba is sitting before the crowds. That person is sitting there right there in front of Baba. The name of the person is Swami Shuddhanand Bharati. He had a lot of his own followers. They were following him. And this man used to come for Baba's darshan. Very often he used to come there. But thereafter, after Baba dropped his body, nobody could hear anything about him. There was one such a person in Andhra also. His name was Swami Satya Prakash. He was from a Udasin caste, Udasin cult. Udasin cult is some cult of spiritual people, spiritual. He was the master of that group, but he was very staunch Baba lover. But when you move in such a circle, such a cult, you form some habits. And even if you come in Baba's contact, you cannot leave those habits. That is the weakness of individual people. And they have formed some habits during moving with these cults. And then when even they come to Baba, they will maintain those habits. This man was quite a good person. He was running a magazine, monthly magazine. The title of the magazine was Divyavani. Divyavani. Quite number of years that was he was running that, and he was writing beautiful articles. He was collecting different beautiful articles from the people, and it's a very good magazine, readable magazine. Once it so happened that 1 year, this is out of our main subject. 1 year, what happened that Baba had on his birthday, Baba has restricted that nobody should write any greetings to Baba. Nobody should come to meet Baba. Nobody should come to greet Baba. And nobody should for Baba darshan. Nobody should even write letters to Baba. If at all you want to greet Baba, it should be in form of a telegram. Telegraphically, you can greet Baba. And this was very strictly circulated among the people. And it came to our mind. I just thought of sending a telegram to Baba. I sent one telegram mentioning my name and Madhusudan's name. We were very close, so I mentioned both the names. But that telegram was drafted by me. The draft was like this: Thou art the source whence the creation emerges. Thou art the source whence the creation emerges. Thou art the goal where the creation merges. Thou art the goal where the creation merges. In the duality of birth and death, my soul urges to greet thee, the reality in images. These were the four lines which I had composed for that birthday, and it was sent in the name of Madhusudan and myself. And after a month or so, Narendra Thade, one of Baba lovers in Pune, he happened to cross this Bindra house, the family house of brother Airaj. Accidentally, Airaj was there. He had come for some work and he was there in the house. And accidentally he came out and Narendra was there. So both of them met and inquired about each other. And while just departing, Airaj remembered, and Airaj told Narendra tell Pratap that Baba has liked his poetry very much, and he has asked me to send it to Divya Vani for publishing that magazine. And thereafter it was published in that issue of that time. So this is out of way. So this Swami Satya Prakash was one of the saintly persons. Then there was one by name Meherdas. His original name was Ramdas. But Baba has given this name in the 1955 Sabhas. Baba had given this name as Meherdas. He was from a Naga cult. This Naga cult, they are known for their cruelty. They have what they call is Trishul. Trishul, they carry Trishul in their hands. A 3-point, very pointed three weapon arms like that, and then one big rod. And when there is a fight, they will just push out in there somebody's chest or somebody's stomach. From that cult, this Ramdas was belonging to. His name was Ramdas. He had first come to Baba in Satara. Baba refused to see him because Baba was in strict seclusion. But that man insisted so much. He requested so much, he prayed so much that Baba have come for a very long distance. And please let me have a glimpse of you. And then Baba allowed him to look at him through window. A small opening in the window, Baba allowed look at him through through his small opening of the window. And when he saw Baba from that small opening, what he said thereafter was that he saw Baba in the form of Ram, Lord Ram. And thereafter he came to Baba. He stayed with Baba as a Mandali member. In Guru Prasad also, he used to stay with Baba as a Mandali member. In 1955 Savas, Baba gave him the name as Meherdas. I had a very good friendship with this person. Very nice person for talking purposes, but then I do not know. Once he was traveling in Uttar Pradesh, I mean northern India, and there was a program at some place, at somebody's place, and it so happened that when he was reciting the kirtan, he was singing a kirtan. One of the small child of that family, she died. And it is said that he held that child in his arms. This Ramdas or Meherdas, he held the child in his arms and started singing Baba's name, loudly. And it is said that the child came to life again. And so much of talk was there about this incident. And once, perhaps in the same 55 Sagas, Baba asked him, tell me the truth. What has been spread all over, whether it is the truth, whether it is correct. That person had no answer. And then Baba warned him, don't do such a thing. It's very bad for you. I am warning for the last time now. If you repeat it, you will be nowhere. So this was a warning given by Baba to that Meherdas. Ramdas turned into Meherdas. He lived for quite some time. Guru Prasad, whenever Baba is to come, he will come to Guru Prasad. He will stay with Baba in Guru Prasad. Thereafter, he left from there and went back to his place. Thereafter, there was no contact with that person. There was another one a similar one. He was somewhat of my age. He had come in 1950 at Savas. His name was Balak Bhagwan. Balak Bhagwan, completely naked except one, we call it langoti or loin cloths. These wrestlers wear that short. That only used to wear. Uh, you can hear me, no? Hello?
Yes, yes, we can hear you. We can hear you very
Ah.
clearly. Yes.
Thank you. So, this Balak Bhagwan, when Baba had asked one of the persons, one of his lovers, the lover whom Baba had asked, he had been given the name as Dr. Junior Gani. Junior Gani. I don't find anything like Gani in him, but then I do not know who was given that name to Junior Gani. He was from MP, Madhya Pradesh, Central India. And Baba had asked him to bring this boy here. The specialty of this boy was he used to perform miracles. Some of the miracles which were reported to us is that if he is walking on the street, on the say somewhere outside village, some village, and if some vehicle comes on his way, he will try to stop it. And if he doesn't stop, whatever speed the vehicle may be going, he will follow that and he'll again stand before that vehicle. You followed me? Supposing a truck is driving very fast, and this boy, he stops the truck, but the driver is not listening to him. He avoids him and goes ahead. This boy, this Balak Bhagwan, after some time, he will follow and stand before that truck after miles away. That was one of the miracles he used to perform. And also it is said that if he gets down from a train, unless he gets into the train again, the train will not move. These are the miracles which that boy used to perform. And Baba had called him along with that Baba fellow. I forgot his name. And this Balak Bhagwan, Baba used to come very close to him, always, very just by his side. If Baba is walking, he will be walking with Baba. Baba is not allowing to go away from him. I was feeling a little bit of jealous about this person, this boy. I said, why Baba is so very liking this boy? Baba is so very loving this boy. What is the speciality in this boy? I was feeling a little bit jealous about him. But thereafter, what I learned is that this boy was so very mischievous that going little away from Meher Baba, he will form his own group and start giving discourse. Once it so happened that Baba was giving some sort of instructions and to somebody, and that person, after Baba left him, that person, this boy caught him there away from Baba. He caught him there and said that, have you understood what Maharaj has told you? That man said, yes, I have understood. Now you keep in mind and then come to me. I will guide you. Once these were the habits of that boy, and he will create his own group. Even in Savas time, he will form his own group and behave as a guru of that small group. And some people used to get attracted to such a thing. When our group, Pune group, myself, Madhusudan, Narendra, and some other place, and some other Narayan Bandil, we were sitting at the not Dharmashala, this Mandali Hall, on the steps of the Mandali Hall. We were sitting there, and this boy comes from there, and he comes close to us and started telling that I can do this and I can do this and I can do this miracle and that miracle. We were all very young boys. I said, would you please go from here? We are not interested in miracles. Whatever miracles you do, we are not interested in that. You please go away from here. And he was so very furious on me. My God, he was so very angry with me. He said, I will give you a curse. I said, your curse is not going to work on me because my master is sitting there protecting me. And very in a state of anger, he went away from us. He thought that he can attract us with his tricks, but we are not to be attracted. We never go after such people. So this is another saintly person who had come to Meher Baba. What had happened afterwards, I do not know. There was one another who was very staunch Baba lover. His name was one who used to move about. That name will come to my mind. Anyway, he had a lot of work for Baba, lot of work doing. He used to go around and tell people about Baba. No, he will go around and tell about Baba in Uttar Pradesh and in that Dehradun. He would go and tell about Baba. And it so happened that he had displeased Baba due to some of his behavior, and Baba had to issue a circular. Baba Das, yes, Baba Das. Baba had issued a circular that warn all my lovers that nobody should keep any connection with Baba Das. He was completely cut off from Baba groups, in spite of the fact that so many big people, so many staunch lovers had come through him.
He was also a part of New Life. He was
during New Life, he has been there in New Life also. So, and then another was one Kulkarni Maharaj, one Joshi Maharaj in Pune, not Joshi Mast. This was Joshi Maharaj. When he had come in the morning for taking Baba's advice, and then taking Baba sat with him all alone, Eraj being there to interpret, and he had some problems about the practices which he was doing, and then he was asking for Baba's guidance, and what guidance he received. Thereafter he went away. But then in the afternoon, when we had gathered there, Baba was playing cards with us. And during cards, Baba didn't like any disturbance when he was playing cards with us. So Eraj always used to sit just on the threshold of the door, the opening door of Mandali Hall. He will sit, he can see outside and he can see inside also. And he can attend to Baba's gestures also. So we are engrossed, Baba is engrossed in playing cards with us. And Eraj is telling Baba, you have, Balnathu has prepared that letter to be handed over to Joshi Maharaj. And these boys are sitting here playing cards with you. You can ask anybody, any of these boys, and send somebody that he will deliver that letter. After this, today, tomorrow, from tomorrow is all weekdays, and nobody will be available to carry that letter to that person. This happened twice, but Baba said, no, don't disturb me. Keep quiet. We'll see it afterwards. Third time also said, Baba, I told you not to disturb me. Why you're disturbing me? I will say afterwards. But then fourth time, Eraj specifically took my name. These boys like Pratap and these other, they are sitting here. So Baba, please send somebody so that that letter can be delivered to him. Letter with reference to the morning meeting. And Bala Sahib has prepared that letter. Bala Nathu has prepared the letter in Marathi. And when Eraj took my name and Baba looked at me, I stood up and I said to Baba, Baba, if you want, I will go and deliver this letter to that person. So Baba looked at me and said, will you do it? Yes, Baba will do it. All right. You know the place? I said, I know the address. I will find out the place. Ferguson Road, I know that. Ferguson Road. I have bicycle. I will go on bicycle. All right. You go and come back immediately. This is one thing. And then Baba said, it's very hot outside. Why don't you wear a cap? I said, Baba, I'm not used to using a cap. All right. Then I took my bicycle and I had no difficulty in searching out his place. In fact, only once at one person I just inquired about this bungalow, and that person showed me from distance that is the bungalow which is called Joshi Bungalow. And there was a big door. I just pushed that door. It was open, and I just peeped inside. A person, there was a right in front of, little at distance, right in front of the door, there was a well, and a person was taking bath. He had just finished his bath and he was wiping his body. And when I peeped inside, he looked at me and said, yes, what do you want? I just entered a little inside and said that I have come from Meher Baba, and he has asked me to deliver this letter to you. And he said that, please come inside. I said, no, I have to go immediately, that Baba has called me immediately. He said that my body is wet. I will go through the letter and I will send the message with you if I have got something to tell Baba. So please wait for 5 minutes and I will just go through the letter and then relieve you. So he went inside. There was his seat. He sat on that and he wiped his body fully, hands made hands dried, and then took the letter. He touched his forehead and read that letter, and thereafter said that I am very, very thankful to Baba. Please convey my salutations to Baba. And then I stood up and wanted to go, but then he said that now since you have come, take little bit of prasad. He put some prasad in my hands. Now a doubt in my mind whether I should eat that prasad. I came with that prasad outside. I held that prasad in my one hand. On other hand, on the handle of the bicycle, and I rode bicycle with one hand and came to Guru Prasad. When I entered Guru Prasad, when I came that near the Guru Prasad building, Baba was in the veranda watching the game of Howrah Bridge, they called. This is the sign which Baba used to do, Howrah Bridge, H, Howrah Bridge, a peculiar game. In fact, it is a draft. You must have seen the square, uh,
Board game. It's
Board.
called board game.
and with a small square therein of two colors, and with carom board coins you have to place and then you play that game. But they used to play in a different way. Once I tried to play it, and I was within 2-3 I mean 2-3 minutes I was just out. And Baba said, you know this? I said, Baba, here you play, these people are playing a different game. I have played this game, but this is different, altogether different. Anyway, after when I came to Baba and stood before Baba, Baba asked me, Baba left that game and came, look at me and said, have you delivered the letter? Yes, Baba. Next question, Baba asked me, you have not bowed down there, no? I said, no, Baba, I have not bowed down there. I don't bow down anywhere other than you. Then Baba went inside and asked me to narrate the whole thing. I narrated the whole thing. And I showed Baba that this is the prasad he has given me. Baba said, you can eat it. I ate that prasad. So this is one of the recently person who had come to Baba.
Where is Alata?
My God, I was not conscious about the timing. It's 10 o'clock now.
Yes. No,
Now I think
it's okay. As long as you want to take, you can take. So that's not a
all right. Only one incident I will tell. It so happened that once we went to Guru Prasad in the morning. In the morning, we went to Guru Prasad, but we were asked to sit outside. Somebody was sitting inside with Baba, and I along with somebody, I think Narendra, somebody was there. We sat outside on the veranda, and after some time, 2-3 people with one lady, they came out and went out of the gate. And then we entered the Mandali hall. My God, I repented why I entered the Mandali hall. Baba was so very angry. Baba used to get displeased, but never angry. I have not seen such an anger in Baba. Baba's mood used to change immediately. If he is displeased with somebody, he will just express 1 or 2 words and then he will come to his normal. But here, Baba was actually boiling with anger. And we had no daring to look at Baba. Baba's face was so very red with anger. After some time, everything was settled. Other people all started coming in. And I very softly asked Erich why Baba had become so very angry. And Erich said, that person who is supposed to be a saint, he had come with that lady and he wanted that lady to keep with as a Mandali member, as a women Mandali along with Baba. He wanted to leave that lady there. And that he asked that lady to catch hold of Baba's legs, Baba's feet. Don't leave it unless he says yes. And Baba simply shut off him and asked Erich to lift this man and throw him out of the compound. Throw him out of the compound. Baba was so very angry. Has anybody guessed about this person? He had shifted to US thereafter. No. A person with long hair. Some of the films, you must have seen him sitting very close to Meher Baba along with the Mandali. He was sitting there. His name was Krishna. A person from Andhra, I think. Your name was Krishna. And fault, of course, I will not clarify much, but you can guess what must have happened and why he wanted to leave that woman as a Mandali, as a woman Mandali. But I have seen that anger. I was very afraid of looking even at Baba. So these were the cases of people, saintly people who had come to Baba during the Guru Prasad stay. And now today we have dealt with two subjects. One is of the Baba's accidents, very hurriedly, another this one. Now I would be taking up some heart-touching memories about some of the kavals and about some other incidents, especially at the time of Baba leaving his body. How we have, whatever the reactions on all of us who are so very close or so much involved in Baba. Every day, all the time, till the time Baba is in Guru Prasad, every day, the same thought will be there throughout the day that Baba is in Guru Prasad and waiting for the Sundays on Saturdays. And all of a sudden, we heard the news of Baba dropping his body. So what were the reactions that will be taken perhaps in the next meet? And I would request the people to bring extra handkerchiefs, because these are very, very, very heart-touching incidents that I intend to take for the next time. For today, it's enough now. And with your permission, I will stop here. I will request Ganesh to say Avatar Mera Baba again 3 times and we complete our talk here.
Sure.
I understand that you say that I can continue, but no.
I don't want to tire you. We really don't want to. Thank you so much. This was a beautiful session. Just before we close, if anybody has a question related to this session, can ask now. So anybody related to this session, so they can unmute themselves and ask now.
Yes.
Yeah. So yes, Meher Chand hai. Rosary. Okay. So yes, Meher Chand.
Jai Meher Baba Kaka.
Jai Baba. Bolo.
See, you are talking about Guru Prasad, about Balak Bhagwan. You know, I want to tell you, I just want to, before I commence my question hour, you also missed about Siddhananda Bharti.
Siddhananda Bharti.
Siddhananda Bharti.
Siddhananda
Bharti.
I mentioned about
because I thought I might be overheard, but I thought you missed it. About Balak Bhagwan.
First one mentioned. First one was mentioned. It was the first one mentioned.
I didn't miss Siddhananda Bharti. I know why he stopped coming to Baba, but then that is not just a.
No, even after dropping of the body, also he came to many programs in South. But about Balak Bhagwan, I want to tell you, there was a lot of controversy went after Balak Bhagwan dropped his. Balak Bhagwan died. There was huge lathi charge. He settled down in Calcutta. More than lakh people who come for this thing, and all Allah, you know, Balak Bhagwan. I remember as a kid in '62 when rain was there on third day of the East-West gathering, he said, I'll drink the
Yes.
water. And somebody has sent to complaint against Baba. Baba called him. If you do this thing, I'll completely put you to, I'll take
Yes,
off
yes.
all your powers. Then he cried with Baba and he said he won't do it and all that. And I still remember
No, but
you always used to carry a small wooden box, like
Mhm.
तो अपना तोता लगाते ना वो पिंजरा
Raji,
पिंजरा जैसा. That box he used to carry. So he used to do a lot of miracles to attract Baba. So but Baba said, no, I'll if you do
Baba was
miracles,
very much against this PT
yeah, if
miracles
you
and all.
do that, I'll take off all your powers. Baba said so.
Yes.
So I just want to add it
No,
to that. That's all.
it's all right
Yeah.
for taking back the powers, but
Yeah.
they have to suffer also. They have to suffer
Yeah.
also for the wrong deeds. They have to suffer. So now,
Yeah,
yes,
we have one question.
any more
We have one
question?
from
Yes.
Roselle. So we have one from Roselle. So Roselle, over to you.
And Jai Baba Pratap.
Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. I was very, very interested when you were talking about Baba's accident in the
Yes,
United States. And I was wondering, because I think it's so significant for us now. And, you know, our country's in a challenging way. But I was wondering if you had heard or heard of him, Baba, saying more about it. Yes, his left side was injured, and in Satara, the right side. But do you have any more information or any more thoughts on the subject?
I said about the injuries both in US and in Satara. I told about the injuries. One is
Anything, any new thoughts, she said.
any more thought.
Any more thoughts?
Now the only thought which I get is that these, when we talk about Baba's sufferings or avatar suffering, every avatar is meant for taking the sufferings of the humanity. Every avatar, you will find every avatar has shed his blood, and we have examples of every avatar. They have shed blood on the soil of this earth, and so Baba has also done. But then, what I said, that these two accidents is not the only subject of Baba's suffering.
Mm-hmm.
So, there are other. Now about this US accident, years before, about 32 years before, Baba had indicated through Elizabeth Patterson, he had given a flower, a small flower to her, a jungle flower to her, and ask her to note down the date and ask her to keep it very safe. What this shows is that every Baba's facing, Baba knows very well that I am going to face this accident now. In spite of that, Baba said that what has had to happen will happen. It is our destiny. It is all destined. And Baba has said that I am the last person. This destiny is created by him. And Baba is the last person to change it. It is for the sake of good of the world. I tell you one incident now, since you have opened this topic. I tell you one incident. There was one saintly person in Mumbai. His name was Kammu Baba, and some of our people known to us, they used to go to this Kammu Baba. One Parsi gentleman was there who very regularly used to go to Kammu Baba. When Baba dropped his body, and all this news has come in the newspapers. He took that newspaper, waving it like this, and went before Kammu Baba, said, see, he has gone up now without, he has been talking about breaking silence and all that, he has gone up. And Kammu Baba, he was a genuine person. He was so very wild on that person. You fool, have you got any idea about whom you are talking? Do you know what was Meher Baba? Meher Baba's every particle of his body, every hair of his body has suffered for the sake of the humanity. Every particle of his body, every hair of his body, it has suffered. Now she has dropped the body. God may save the world. That was he had said. So it's such a stately person. There is a reference about this Kammu Baba in Baba's. He had not seen Baba. Baba had not contacted him, but they knew about Meher Baba. So when this is the fact that every suffering of Meher Baba is connected with the happening in this world, and the present situation, we always have a thought. We always have thought. Baba, during Baba's time, there was one very popular couplet of Tukaram, and that couplet was being repeated by everybody, every Mandali member. And what was the couplet is, Tuka mane ugi rahave. Tuka mane Tuka mane ugi rahave, je hoil tete pahave. It means that Tukaram says that silently observe all the happenings of the world. Whatever happens, just observe silently. This is a duty which we, Baba, now are supposed to do in the present situation. Just see what is happening and just try to console ourselves with correlating to Baba's, whatever Baba has said about this. After the Bangalore Bairamangala project was left out and Baba came to Mehraza, there was a small meeting with the lady members, and Baba had given two options. One is that there will be either a atom bomb, the destruction will be 100 times more than what has happened, what has taken place last time. And another is a destruction piece by piece. And the ladies were very much afraid about that atom bomb because it has created a havoc in the whole world. And they said that Baba, that peace in destruction pieces, that is that will be tolerable, and that is what is happening today. Baba didn't give any clear-cut indication. Baba just kept quiet on that. But then what is happening today? Just you can understand this, that this is by piecemeal. And what has been the just see the death toll of this corona. It is going in lakhs. So anyway, I think I have what I have answered. She is satisfied with that.
Thank you so much.
You'll have to sing a song to express it. How about a song, Pratap? How would you express all this suffering in song?
I will. I have a reserved singing for next time because I'm having a bad throat today. But next time, just I will definitely sing for you. Next time, please. Excuse me this time, but next time we'll definitely do it. Last time I sang one song, New Life song I sang, but today I'm just not having good throat. So please excuse me.
Thank you so much, Pratap Uncle. I know and it has been a long session for you, and you have been speaking. And that was really remarkable. Like you spoke for almost 1.5 hours. Wow, thank you so much for it. And we are really indebted that you are sharing all this treasure with us. So for others, all others can unmute yourselves now. And we will say 3 times Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai to close this session. So thank you so much once again, Pratap Uncle, and we'll close this session with 3 times Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai.
Baba
Jai ki jai.
Jai Meher Baba.
Jai Baba.
Thank you.
Jai Baba.
Thank you.
Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba. Jai Baba.
Thank you.
Jai Baba Kaka.
Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba. Jai Baba.
Jeff is here.
Yeah,
Jai Baba.
I got the time all mixed up.
Yes, please.
Yeah, wow.
Yes. Anything to say?
Jeff, you have anything to say?
Shit, Bangalore में 1:30.
Nothing comes to mind. Well, Pratap, let me ask you, is there any particular quote of Baba that is special to you?
Hello.
I mean, you might not, nothing may come to mind, but is there a particular quote that has been meaningful to you in your life with Baba?
Immediately, nothing comes to my mind now, at least. But say, if there is anything particular, it should immediately come to our mind.
Uh-huh.
I should not be required to think about it.
Yeah,
But since I am required to think about it, that means
it didn't come to mind.
there is nothing special about it. But
If you-
I will share with you next time when we meet again.
Okay,
I will have so much thing to tell you, really.
yeah.
That you, I said, I told you, I told everybody, we bring extra handkerchief.
Oh, no.
Hey,